Okay, we're live once again. Engineering design in Omniverse, and Edmar got stuck in traffic.
I did not get stuck in traffic this time.
And but while we're waiting for him, I have a super cool announcement. One that I am just pumped about. Let me see if I can find it. I already posted it on LinkedIn.
Oh man, I want to know what this announcement is.
So I
haven't seen it.
Find the link. I know it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Let me just. Oh, what? Where's the link? Here it is. Oh yeah. So check it out. I'm gonna share this video here, or share my screen. Matlab and Isaac Sim.
What?
I'm blowing some minds right now. I know it. And I'm gonna share a link right now through the chat. Yeah. And so this is actually going to be hosted by MathWorks. This what is this thing called? It's not a class. It's a webinar, and they're going to show how they've connected MATLAB with Isaac Sim to do physics simulations in Isaac Sim. And I can't wait to see what they've been doing. Yeah, and I can't wait to try to use it. It's like this is an engineer's dream right here. I'd say. All the engineers who are saying, I don't think we could use Omniverse. They're like, whoa, MATLAB. Okay, I think we can do this now. How to connect MATLAB, Simulink, and Isaac Sim through ROS. So I think all the robotics people are drooling now, right? Can't wait. Cool. That's my announcement. So let's see here. Let us know you're here. When you arrive, let us know you're here. Love to hear what you got to say. Give us comments. Compliment my beard. Uh-oh, we lost Jen.
No, I'm still here.
You lost your camera. All right.
Yeah, no, it's people moving around in the back. So good.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see here. Where was I? I was going to show you all where we're at. Got the Jupyter here. Okay, so last week we were able to get that camera or get the viewport, and we were able to save an image from the viewport to disk. I could not get it to show up in the Jupyter Notebook. And what I've learned over the last week is that this Jupyter Notebook, this environment, there's a Jupyter server running, and there's Omniverse running, and then this extension is basically using sockets to pass code to the Omniverse environment with a custom kernel, and is letting Omniverse run the code, and then bringing results back. But what that means, though, is that it doesn't do everything that a typical Jupyter Notebook can do. And one of those in particular has to do with if you've got images or plots, things you're trying to show in the notebook, it doesn't support that. So we're not going to be able to get that image to show up in the notebook. We're also going to have trouble, I believe, and I'm asking about this to the original author of the extension, but there's this IPy widgets extension, which draws widgets in a user interface right here in the Jupyter Notebook, and I don't think that's going to work. So now what, right? Now what do we do? Turns out I think I've got a solution. Let's see where we are. Did I comment all the IPy widgets out? Let's see. Oh, in fact, let me just show you real quick. Here, I'm just trying to display the image with really classic, using Pillow and IPython.display. This should absolutely work, and it would work in a typical Jupyter Notebook. But as you can see, instead of displaying the image, it just prints this statement. So we're not going to worry about it. Deleted. We'll do something else. All right. It'll be okay. All right, so let's go through the next. Okay, OpenCV. Here we go. Okay, this IPy widgets. This isn't going to work. And here you can tell I've done this the most basic widget you can do, which is what I could think of, or actually that Chitoko Yato could think of. That is just creating a slider, and this should make a little slider show up right here. Instead, it just prints the string version. So display doesn't work properly, doesn't quite work as normal. All right, so we're going to delete that. I don't think I've deleted all of the widgets yet, so I can't delete this pip install yet, but we will get rid of that eventually. But this is what I know we can do. Let's see here. Where'd you go here? Model widget, display. Did I not save? Oh dear. I didn't save it, but that's okay. I know what I did. So we'll just do it again. Where was I? Nope. All right, starting over. Oh, heavens. Data line 7, huh? Oh no, I did it right here. I've got it. Let's see. How do I display line? Edit settings. Here we go. There's a display line number setting somewhere. Do you know where that is, Jen? The line number setting?
The which setting?
The line to display line numbers?
To display line numbers. So settings. Advanced settings editor.
Oh.
And then you probably, not code console, but notebook. Oh, so fast.
Show line numbers. Boom. It's not doing it though. I should save it first.
Yes. I think. You might need to reload it too.
Oh.
If that makes sense, like a refresh.
Nope.
And then if you click into it, does it still not show?
Nope. It's okay. There's a different way to do it. That's all right. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can count to 7. Data sets is not defined. Did I just delete something that deleted data sets?
Oh, wait, can you go to view? And then show line numbers.
Oh, right there. That works.
There we go.
Data set equals data sets. Can I undo here? No. Oh, for Pete's sake. I don't need to. I'll just comment it out for now. I'll figure it out later. Okay, we're going to comment on all the widget code. I need this. Just saving this code for later, but there we go. But what I've done is I've imported omni.ui and created a window. So now, ta-da! And it looks terrible right now. But let's work on this window a little bit. So I'm creating instead of using an IPy widget, I'm creating just an Omniverse widget. And so let's see here. Just rerunning it there. Why are those so far? Oh, height equals 10.
That's pretty small.
Yeah. All right. Just going to the bottom every time. If I do it now, will it? It does. Annoying. It's all right. Yeah. So basically, we're going to have a couple of these horizontal stacks. If you look at the original JetRacer UI, we can just start to kind of rebuild that to a degree. And you can see it right here. It's got 2 combo boxes and then a couple of text boxes and a progress bar. But actually, let's just start let's just create 2 combo boxes. And let's do that first. You can see it's showing up over here. But my question is, why is UI is looking a little terrible at the moment? Let's see here. Oh, I remember. It's lowercase w and h. It didn't save my absolute latest changes. I must have closed it without saving or something. But that's okay. I get to show you all what I figured out. Oh, right. Eric. There we go. That's looking a little better. A little narrow, huh? Width is 200. Let's make it. Oh, wait. Oh, dear. Yeah.
You don't know. Maybe it does have a weight.
Yeah. Oh, that's really wide. That's funny that this one's right aligned and this one's left aligned.
You know what the best part is?
What's that?
We have an Edmar.
Oh, yeah. He made it.
Oh, my gosh.
So sorry about traffic, Edmar.
You know, sometimes the internet's very, very slow at times. No, I actually had a meeting actually with Pekka Varis, Omniverse ambassador,
Oh, cool.
just a few minutes ago. So doing some exciting stuff with Cineshare, his startup focused on Omniverse. What did I just walk into? What am I looking at here?
Well, check it out. So do you remember how last week how we couldn't draw the image in the window?
Yep.
And then we were trying to get the IPy widgets to work and that we couldn't get that
Yep.
to work. Turns out we just can't really draw stuff in this Jupyter window because it's running in that Omniverse environment. But what we can do is we can create a window in Omniverse that we can use.
Ooh.
So we're getting started down that road.
Very nice. Who came up with that brainstorm? Is it a collaborative?
Me, I was just desperately trying to figure out how we could create some user interface of some
trial and error.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mostly error. Yeah. There we go. So let's make this a little narrower. That works. And then I don't know why one's to the right, one's to the left, but oh, I know why. It's because of that spacer. So that means what I kind of want to do is this. Just put it at the end, and then they'll both be left aligned, I bet. Oh dear, what did I do? Extra character. Yeah, that's looking a little better. Good enough for now. And then let's do a width UI.h stack. And I know there's some kind of a UI.image thing, isn't there? Is that a let's see, we go Omniverse, Omni.UI. Here's our overview. No, this is not where I want to be.
By the way, you know what I just noticed? That your channel for this project is one of the most popular channels on this.
Really?
It's in the top 10.
Yes.
So have you told everybody to make sure you're going in there to chat about this after the stream?
I haven't been advertising it a lot, but that's great. Let's keep moving up the charts, folks.
Yeah, man, you're seeing some nice organic growth there. So for anyone watching who's not in our Discord server, jump on. I'll post the invite directly to the channel Eric set up for this, JetRacer. And we'd love to welcome you into that way you can keep talking about this when we're not live streaming.
Let's see. Cool. No, that's not it. There's a overview. Python API, modules, Omni.ui. Yeah. There's another place in the documentation that just lists all the widgets. Here we go. Maybe it's here. No. Widget. I see like an image one. Here we go. Omni.ui.image. They have a sample. This is like the auto-generated one. But kit.ui. Yeah. Here we go. If we go to widgets, this I'm going to share this link to this link shows just lists all the widgets, and it has a little sample code for how to make each of the widgets. It's really useful. And if you're using Omniverse code, it shows up right in the menus. But we're developing from Isaac Sim, so it's not right there in front of our face. But if we go through here, there's going to be an image widget. Where are you, image widget? Tree view. Let's just do a little Control F. Oh. This buttons and images. It's got its own page. Color widget. Image. Yeah, this is what we want, right? Okay, let's try it. Source equals resources, desktop icons, Omniverse. Oh, interesting. UI.frame. Oh. So we're going to put this code into our Jupyter Notebook, and let's see if we can add an image. What happens if we just do that? Indentation error. Oh. Oh. What's going on here? Yeah. Oh, I didn't have it indented enough. Whoa. Cool. All right. It's very poorly aligned, but we have an image. Let's do 3 of those. And man, they're a lot really spaced out, aren't they? Oh, because of the frame. Let's make that frame smaller. Oh, that's better. Maybe a little bit bigger than that, but cool. So now the next question is, can we get the image that we've saved to show up? And so, because right now this is, where are you? This is looking at our relative to our extension path, or I don't know where it's looking. You know what I bet it's doing? I've been digging a bit, and if we, let's see here, if we go to our window and extensions, if you want to know where this Jupyter Notebook extension runs from, it actually runs from the extension itself. So let's make this bigger. So if we take a look at the Jupyter Notebook, at its source code, you'll see that, do you remember that notebook that I dragged and dropped in? It's right here inside the extension. That was kind of an aha moment for me this week. And I bet if we look for the resources folder in here, let's look for it. Extension, data, docs. Where's resources here? Provisioners, notebooks. Man, I'm not seeing it. So I'm really curious. What we've got to figure out is, like, here's this resources, desktop icons, Omniverse. What's the absolute path, like, or the complete path of that on our computer? Like, can we? Because we've got to navigate.
That's probably, if I remember correctly, somewhere in the app itself. There's a resource folder, but you should be able to use the captured image file path. Yeah, so if you just take that whole thing
path
and then just place it in. Yeah, actually, yeah. There you go.
Oh, moment of truth. Moment of truth continues. Where is it?
It's on the same tab. Same tab.
Oh, yeah. We did it.
It's so tiny.
It is a little tiny. Should we make it less tiny?
Probably.
Should we rename this from DAC to something that makes sense? Oh, we got a lot to do. All right. Well, let's call it JetRacer, first of all. Let's make our width more like, make it just the whole window bigger. 600 by 600 or some such. And then, all right, let's make these frames or like, it's like a 6x9 race. So let's do it like a 900 by 600. That's going to be way too big. So we'll divide them all by 300 by 200 to get our 6:9 ratio there. And let's copy this URL. We'll just do 3 of those. And we're going to copy this. No, we want this one. Start at the middle. Why would you do that, Eric? That's just what I did. Deal with it. Yeah, that's looking better. But if those are, the width is 300, we need our width to be 900. Oh. Yeah. Cool. Let's see here. Yeah, let's make this bigger. Yeah, so we got some drop downs, right? We've got our images showing. I think the next thing I want to do is make it so if we click on this image, it like prints out the screen coordinates. You know, where on that image did I click? Because that's going to be our next. That's going to be our next next piece of this puzzle, right?
Yeah, that one's going to be.
Why are we scaring? Why are we scaring
Well, because he happened to be, Arena just posted, geez, Edmar's everywhere today. He was in the meeting I was in. It's why I was late. So I could say the same thing to you, Renan, Papa Chuck.
Oh, I see. So you were late because of Papa Chuck. I get it. Okay.
Basically, actually, that's a different way of putting it. Blaming our user, but yes, you can say that.
I like it. All right, here we go. So here's the thing: is I wonder if there's like a click callback we can subscribe to. Do you know that, Jen?
There is, although I think in your case, because you're using UI frame,
I could change it to Canvas or something, anything else that has a click callback, right?
I would recommend Canvas, just because that will be easier.
Is it lowercase c?
It should be uppercase.
It says it doesn't have a canvas.
Oh, can you go to container widgets?
Yes. Got stack, H stack, V stack, Z stack. Oh, there's a Z stack now?
Z stack's always been around.
What? Oh. Layout.
You don't do enough UI development. That's
no. Spacing, frame. Only one child. CanvasFrame.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
There we go. CanvasFrame. Oh, it's over there. Yeah, looks great. Looks exactly the same, which is what we want at this point. By the way, I hope that you all who are watching this see this as an opportunity. I hope you're a tool maker and you see this. Whenever you see something that's not out of the box in Omniverse, I want you to remind yourself that Omniverse is a platform, right? We're not trying to create out of the box product. We have a platform that you can use to make tools, and then you can sell those tools and make money. That's why we're here, right? Is because we want to do the robotics, and we're doing the robotics. But whenever we see something missing, we're taking the time to make a basic tool just like you can do, right? If you're a robotics person, then make yourself a tool. And then you can use that tool to accelerate your own workflows and get competitive advantage. You can use that tool to sell it. You can make an app to sell it. This is where your opportunity lies. So I hope that's what you're seeing right now.
We have great updates to the developer portals too. I'll post a couple more links in the chat in a second, but it's a great point.
Cool.
You can also take the existing stuff you see, look at some of the extensions and apps that are already on there, and view the code, take bits and pieces, customize them. There's a lot you can learn from and get started, so you're not really starting from scratch.
Absolutely,
really easy. And actually, a great point is that even the kind of example tools we've provided, including things like USD view or presenter, you could take USD Composer. You could basically take those tools and make them your own.
I didn't know you could do this. Oh, I can pan and zoom the image now.
Nice.
All right. I wonder if we can disable. Is that really what we need? That's not what I expected.
Oh, the fact that you can move it around?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can. I believe there's a setting in there that can prevent you from doing that. The only reason I think Canvas might be good is because if you're if I remember correctly on how the UI worked for the Jupyter widgets, it would be best to do that. But if you want to hold off for now, we could just keep it. Let me find the one. that prevents
That's the
you
window.
from doing that. So I think, are you in the API docs?
Yeah, but I think I want to be in the other API docs that let's see, Omni.ui right here, because from here I can go to the API docs, and it's probably Canvas widget or CanvasFrame. Yeah, they've got some nice helpers. Screen to canvas, transform screen space coordinates to canvas space. So if we capture a click event, I'm guessing we could use that to
Yep.
To get the coordinates, which is exactly what we want. And then what
Draggable.
we'll do
There
is,
you go.
what's that?
Draggable.
Draggable.
Yeah, do you see it? It's an attribute.
Yeah.
So if you turn that to false, you should be able to. You should not be able to drag it.
Oh, it just makes it not draggable and not zoomable. So let's do. So, are we going to say like is that in the constructor?
Yes.
Okay. Keyword arguments. So I just say draggable equals false
Yes.
in the constructor.
Yep.
Let's do it. Let's try it. So, yeah, I fixed it. Cool. But I'm curious if just a regular old frame has some of that same stuff, you know? No.
Yeah, I try not to use frame because frame is usually like your main your main one. So most widgets are composed of a single frame.
It also doesn't have these handy helper methods that CanvasFrame has.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, definitely CanvasFrame. Let's make them all not draggable. Now they should all be stuck. Great. Perfect. And let's see here. Set pan, set pan, set pan. Screen to canvas. X, screen to canvas, Y. Okay. So I think next we want to register. I guess we probably want to do like oh, this is with UI.CanvasFrame, but we probably want that to be more like this. See, clickable canvas equals this, right? And then I want to add a child to it, right? So that'd be like clickable canvas.children.add. It's going to be wrong, but something like that. Yeah. So how do I add it? Because I'm going to want to be able to have a callback, like a click callback that grabs this canvas and then works with its coordinates, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, if you go back to the API real quick.
Yeah.
Because some of the times you can pass in a function for some of these things.
Oh,
so you can create your own callback. Yeah, so you could do it on mouse pressed. Yep, mouse pressed, mouse released. I like to do things on mouse released
Yeah.
Because mouse press will just get your initial, but if you're like one of those people where you like press and then move your mouse, you want that. You could want that last position just in case.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. So your callback would have to have those parameters in there. And you could also have additional parameters, but for that one, you want to make sure you include all those.
So I would define that maybe.
You can define it anywhere.
Like right here.
Yeah. And then you probably want to have the DEF in front of it.
Oh, yeah. Is that a capital D? No, I don't think so, right? Just lowercase d is fine?
Yes.
Float X, float Y. We're going to say print X, print Y. Because I want to. And then I'm just not sure if that's X and Y or if those are going to be the coordinates within the canvas or the coordinates on.
Oh, good question.
Or within the window or within the screen. What coordinate frame they are.
That's a good question.
Yeah, well, we'll get there.
Does it state in the docs?
Let's see. Sets the function. Nope.
Okay. I would assume it's within the widget, the positions in the widget.
Yeah, I believe you're right, but let's find out. We'll just figure it out for sure here. I think the easy way will be we'll try to draw something at those same coordinates in another canvas, which we want to do anyway. And if it shows up where we expect, then we'll be happy. But let's see here. We've got the clickable canvas. I don't know how to do this yet. We'll just comment it out. Oh, but I might not need to do that. Invalid syntax. Oh, this is the signature. I don't have the right syntax, do I?
Yeah, so you could just do X, Y, B, and then M. Yeah, you can do button there, and then yeah. Good stuff. Oh, colon.
Right. I got rid of that line, I thought. Oh. There we go. There we go. And we haven't wired up the click event yet. So mouse underscore released function. And I'm not very good at this syntax in Python. We've got to reference a lambda here, right? Or do I just say on mouse released?
On underscore mouse underscore released underscore FN.
Do I just pass it in like this, or do I have to say like lambda, this and that?
Oh, you do not need to say lambda.
That's if you're going to do it in line. You said you define a lambda right there on the spot, right?
Yeah, I mean, you could do a lambda if you had like other values that you wanted to pass in for that.
It's working.
But yeah, okay. So if you go to the top right or top left corner of the image, does it get closer to 0? What if you go to the middle?
832. No, I think it's in the window.
Okay, so it's the position in the whole widget. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's giving me the window position. Let's see. But we've got is this modifier the canvas itself?
No.
No.
Those are like
It tells me the button. It tells me these coordinates, and it gives me the modifier flags. So it does not give me the canvas that called the callback, does it?
no. So it's you just created your callback.
Right.
So,
But so here I am in the callback. How do I know? Because I could do this quite easily. Where are you? Because I can do this, right? I can take this other one.
yes.
And call the same callback from both.
Yep.
Hey, Zia's here. We're just we basically, Zia, we found out that we can't create widgets and draw stuff in the Jupyter Notebook, and so we are creating widgets and drawing stuff in Omniverse instead. So we're building the UI that we'll use to train to train the car right here in Omniverse. So we're launching this extra window right from our Jupyter Notebook, and then we'll be able to do whatever we want here, and then send that data back to the Jupyter Notebook, right? Yeah, it's kind of cool. Let's see here. Where was I? All right. So we've got the click events. I don't know who's calling it, but let's see here. So in .NET, I'd use string.format. How do I build a string in? Do I just say like SR, STR?
Yeah.
And then
oh, you don't even need to do that. If that's what you're trying to.
Yeah, I'm trying to get X and Y in there as variables.
Yeah. So you can you don't need str then if
Okay.
that's what you want to do. You can put F in front of your quotations and then continue what you were doing before. And then inside the curly brackets, you would just put the variable. Yeah.
Cool. So let's be a little easier to read, I think. Okay, new window here. So we're at 986. Yep. See, it keeps going up. So it's definitely giving us like window space or something.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, it's in the entire app. Yeah.
All right. Or No, it's in the whole, yeah, it's in the whole app. Okay. Well, good to know. We know for sure, right?
Yeah. So in that case,
But I think that's why it has that function in the documentation for the CanvasFrame. They foresaw this problem and wrote the screen to canvas function.
yeah.
But the problem is I need a reference to the canvas to do that. And right here, like in .NET, every callback has a caller that, and so it passes whoever called it in there. So I'd be able to just like, oh yeah, this is the canvas that called it, and then call that function off with the canvas. But here, I do not have the caller as an argument.
So what you could do
Yeah.
is a couple things. You could have a reference to the canvas,
Yeah.
and then you can use that reference to, and then you can call it within your on mouse released. But here's the thing though, is that we have 3 different images, right? So
Yeah, so I was kind of doing that here. So on one.
you could just have one function. You don't need to have multiple, if that makes sense.
How do I know which one it was called?
How do you? So that's where you can do Lambda, right? And with
And
Lambda,
and add an argument.
Yeah.
All right.
So you can have
oops,
the.
let me go back a bit.
Yeah.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
So if you add canvas as a
Right there. Right there.
Mm-hmm. And then if you in your where you're setting that equals, you would do your lambda, and then you would have your parameters that you pass in. So we know that there's going to be X, Y, B, and then M, just to make it easier. And then we're going to say canvas is equal to your canvas frame. But right now, our canvas frame isn't in a variable. So we would have to store it in a variable first.
So I would say like honestly, I don't know why I'm doing this because we only click on the first canvas. So should we just not worry about it? I guess it's good to know how to do it, right?
Yeah. I mean, you could still use it.
We still need to do this because we still need to pass the canvas in so we can convert the coordinates. No matter what, we've got to do that. Mm-hmm. Or it seems like the best way to do it. Right. So I'm going to say full canvas equals, and then we do this, right?
Yeah.
And then we say with clipable canvas. Can we do that?
Yeah. Yep. And then for the mouse released function, you want to say C is equal to clickable canvas. And then colon. And then you want to pass in all of those variables we declared in Lambda into there. Yep.
And how do we know? Well, should we just try that and see? Invalid syntax. It doesn't need this colon.
Oh, you have an
anymore.
extra colon, yeah. You don't need that.
Probably need this now. Oh.
No.
What's that? Maybe because I'm still defining it.
Yeah, so I guess in that case, well, but I wonder if it's going to be none too, because it's not going to complete it, and then it's just going to be none.
It's running.
Is it?
Uh-huh. Probably breaking some rules here.
Well, I'm kind of curious. Can you print out in the function canvas just to make sure it's not none? I have a feeling it's none.
Oh, that could very well be. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna do something a little bit different. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. After height, can you put a closing parenthesis? And then on a new line after that, we're going to say clickable canvas dot set mouse released function. I think if you go back to the API docs, there's a way to set it. There's a way to set it, I promise.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the functions. Screen to canvas, set pan key, set new. Let's see.
So there should be a set function.
Yeah, I figure there's got to be a way to construct it and set it.
Yeah, so there is. Let's just try and just say dot set, and then just put set in front of that after the dot.
Set underscore?
Yeah. And then since it's a function, we wouldn't want to say equals to. We want to put that whole thing in parentheses.
Did I lose it? Oh, mouse underscore released underscore function. Okay. That?
Yeah, and then you want to get rid of the equals and just make that parentheses.
Right.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. I'll try that.
Oh, did something. Didn't crash on us. It did it.
Oh,
nicely
yes.
done.
Okay.
I love that. That's a strain flow move of just like, let's just guess at the name of a function and see if it's there.
I'm pretty sure it was that. So, like, if you're trying to set like a function, normally they just put set in front of it.
All right.
Okay, so now you have a canvas object. So what's interesting too is that since we're using Lambda here, and for anybody who's not too familiar with Python, what you're able to do with Lambda is if you have multiple canvas frames and you want to keep them all separate, instead of creating 3 separate functions for them, you can use Lambda and it will basically create its own function for that. So it's not calling the same function for each one. It's kind of like object-oriented programming, but with functions.
Cool. Hey, Hopefully this works. Oh yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, the canvas is a little bit bigger than the image.
Yeah, so you probably need to get rid of like padding and margins and changing the style a bit, but it works. This is fantastic.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
You know, Zia is not wrong.
What's that? Yeah, right? Me too. Let's call it Gen GPT. Gen GPT. How do I?
It is great. I love seeing you guys work together.
I do too much UI right now, Edmar. It's like boggling my mind. Like I think recently I made my own custom combo box without using the combo box widget, and my brain's already mush at the end of this week. Let me tell you, no more.
Did you go to Ashley's live stream? She's doing some cool UI stuff.
Yeah, no, she's been following my tutorial, although there's something wrong that I have to fix. I feel so that's fun, but it's really awesome to see her go through that whole tutorial. It just makes me sad that she can't make it more hot pink than it already is. But
we'll have to put in that feature request for the development.
I know. I keep asking Damien. I want more styles, and he's like, soon, and I'm like, but I want it now.
So here's the question.
Yes.
Can I place an item in a canvas based on coordinates?
Yes.
So what I want to do now is I've got my Jupyter Notebook. In this second one, we don't care about this anymore. I also want to do like UI.circle. Is it going to draw that for me?
Well, here's the thing, though.
I want to draw a circle so that you can see the image behind it. So that didn't work.
Are you going to have enough time to do it in 3 minutes?
No, but I want to. Maybe.
You got to leave it off on the high note that we can click.
If you kind of know how to do it, I think we can do it in 3 minutes.
You think you can? All right.
Let's try it. Come on. Let's see how far we get.
All right.
So close. Let's see. Because I can say like circle equals UI.circle. Give it a variable, right? Will I be able to use that variable from out here, from this function?
Well, what are you looking at?
Oh, what am I looking at? My other screen. Okay, so I've got a circle in here. And it's not drawing on top of the image, though. It's like replacing the image.
Right. So if you want to, well, replacing the image, it shouldn't be. Oh, well, you're drawing it on the second one, not the first one.
Yeah. And it's drawing it on top of the image.
Yeah. So what you probably want to do in that case is use that Z stack. So inside the CanvasFrame, you would do with UI.zStack. And then your last declared item is the last thing that was drawn.
Got it. With UI.zStack. Oh, it needs a colon. Come on. Okay, that's better. So now it just draws the dot right there on top. So I'm going to do this now just to see if it works. Whenever we click on this, I'm going to say circle. Well, how do you set the coordinates of the circle? How do you set its location? So I want to make this circle not at 0, 0. Where would I put it? How would I do that?
Right. So, there's a couple things. Because I'm thinking it might take longer than expected. So the things that we would need to do, right, is we want to make sure that we have a.
Sorry, good question from Zia, real quick.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure it's FIFO, first in, first out.
Yes.
So the first thing in there gets drawn first, and then everything else gets drawn on top of it. Last thing is drawn last.
Yep. So there's a couple things that we're going to have to take in consideration.
Well, we got to center it. Right now, it's drawing it off with the top left corner of the circle.
Yeah.
I get that. But if we just move it around based on click.
I'm trying to wonder if
in 0 minutes, we're out of time. Dang it.
I'm wondering if we need to redraw the frame if we change the position. That's the only thing. But I don't think you need to because it's a canvas frame.
Yeah.
But we can find out next time. I'll do some research.
Okay. All right. Well, and so the goal for next time, first thing we're going to do is when you click on this, I'm going to make the circle draw wherever we clicked on the other images.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of being a solid circle, I'll try to make it a hollow circle, like a little pointer dot. So that'll be our next thing. And yeah, a crosshair. Now Zia's getting wild. A crosshair, huh?
Well, I mean, we could do a crosshair, but I think the original notebook uses circles, right?
Yeah, get in line, Zia. Original notebook uses circles. And I agree. I just think it's easier to draw a circle than a crosshair. I don't know how to draw a crosshair. It's not a primitive. There's no crosshair primitive.
You just take 2 lines.
Yeah. And you know what you're going to find out is getting those two to actually look right is always ends up being a bigger pain than you think.
Yeah.
Because of paddings and all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
But thanks for coming. Thank you for joining us. And we'll see you next time. And we're getting closer and closer to training this car to drive itself in Omniverse. So I'll see you next week.
What a fun ride it's been.
Ha! I see.